Welcome to Chew the Fat. I am your host, Smooth, and today we are going to talk about Juwan Johnson and Chanen Johnson and why she says his money is our money right after this. Thank you for joining us today. Please do like, share, and subscribe the video. We are going to jump right into this particular video. Like to hear it? Here it goes.
And we get paid. I will spend as much money as I want because it's our money, and he decided to marry me. And I do everything that he wants. Like, I'll cook and clean and stuff like that. And when he makes money, I'm gonna spend it. And that's just what marriage is. Like, you don't have to get married. As soon as we became one, whatever is his is also mine. So I pretty much live my life as I please, and that's just the way it is. Like, I don't know what else to tell you.
And the homegirl is absolutely right when she says that. Unfortunately, once you sign the dotted line and you don't have a seriously tight prenup in place, guess what? Your money is her money. And in most cases, vice versa. If you're a woman who's making way more money than your man, that's what it is. Now, a lot of people are in disgust with this situation. Many people try to make it a black and white situation. If you want to marry outside of your race, so be it. For me, it's more of a gold digger, horrible human being situation. I don't appreciate when people who are so disgusting get married to somebody who may not be. That's just my thing, but this is what he chose. I do feel that it is absolutely an uninformed, uneducated decision. I think that his knowledge on women is very limited, very limited. Seriously. Either way, that's how she feels about it. It is her money too, and she spends it however she wants. I'm going to get into another clip here.
Specifically when it comes to me spending me and my husband's money. I find this one extremely challenging to understand, only because I don't see the point in marrying somebody if you're not going to share a life with them. Why become one? Why become a unit if you're not going to do that? I feel like it's really concerning if a human being can marry a human, share a bed with them, share a life with them, share a last name, share a child. You can't share your money. That's so scary. People keep saying that it's his money because he earned it, but he also earned me. I am the prize here. And if he wants to go ahead and be married to me, he can do what he wants to do with his life and have his career that he has. I'm also going to be cared for, and I'm also going to have access to whatever we have together. This is a married relationship. You do not have to marry me if you do not want to. You do not have to ask me to get married. We do not have to go and get married. Honestly, once you marry somebody, there's certain commitments that come with that. It's like me cooking all day long and not allowing him to have any access to the food and not allowing him to eat it because I said that it was my hard work and I made this meal and he's not allowed to have it. Same way, he's at football, working hard, he's making that money. I'm gonna have access to it. But we all like to prioritize money over everything else. But anyway, that's another day. I can go be the breadwinner if you want me to. That's not a problem.
Okay, so me personally, certain things that she said is crazy. She said she is the prize. In her mind, she is the prize. And if you were to probably ask Juwan, he would probably also say that she is the prize. Maybe so. Maybe that's what he really thinks as well. She doesn't feel like she has to answer to him when she wants to spend the money because it's their money. She got a lot of hate and a lot of backlash from what she was doing. A lot of people just don't appreciate that. It is what it is. What are you going to do about that? So with this whole situation, you just got to pay attention to some of the things that she said, particularly she is the prize. Like, that just lets you know how little she values him. She thinks that what she does is actually at least as valuable as what he does. That is probably arguable in some instances, but I don't think in this one. This guy is in the 1 percentile of human beings as far as financial, which is what most women actually care for when they're talking about a man. If you're talking about physique, if you're talking about height, all of these things, he's checking the boxes. Where he is lacking is masculinity. So that's where he loses. With her, I mean, if I were Juwan Johnson, I could easily buy everything that she provides. She's not doing very much. You can get a housekeeper. You can get a gang of housekeepers for cheaper than what she's charging you. You can get a gang of hookers for way cheaper than what she's charging you. Seriously. There are women who would want you anyway, just because of who you are. So to me, I don't think that she provides much of anything that he couldn't get from any other human being. Honestly, when you look at her in particular, and whatever, I don't care what you think about what I think about it, but to me, she's just a regular degular. For real. She is nothing to write home about. She's just regular. Extremely regular. I don't see the value in her. That's just me, though. You see her without the makeup, she looks like a completely different person. Just extremely homely, if you were to ask me. I would not want to ever in life wake up next to her. That's just what it is. But that's just how I feel about it. We're gonna go to the next clip.
And for a little bit of background, Juwan and I, whether I'm making money or he's making money, it goes into our joint account and we're not out here counting whose is whose. So yes, Juwan's in the NFL. That's amazing and wonderful. He makes money. That's great. I'm so excited for him. Does that mean that that's the ultimate thing in our relationship that matters? No. Like, okay, he's the breadwinner. I'm the person that takes care of the home. I'm the person that takes care of the family. Honestly, if we're gonna sit here and do percentage-wise, I do 99.9% of the things that make our relationship. Because he's the breadwinner, society really likes to make it seem like he's the only person in a relationship that matters. I also don't understand the concept of not sharing money. I feel like if you could literally marry a human being, share a last name with them, share a bed, share a family, share children with them, like, why in the world do you not trust them with your money? Like, let's not get married if we don't trust each other. The love of money is really a scary thing because at the end of the day, the energy that this is giving is I love my money more than I love you. And like, we can sit here all day and act like that's not the case, but it really sounds like it to me.
See, that's a whole nother thing. Once you start getting into my finances and putting it out for the whole world to see, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't approve. Maybe she does. Maybe he does. To me personally, that's how you get gotten anyway. He seems to be an absolute sucker. If you were to ask me anyways, absolute sucker. There's one born every day. And that's just my opinion of it. And to me, she doesn't really have any respect for him at all. And I'll show you why in just a sec.
While I take care of my hair, because I just got my extensions out. So Juwan and I actually eloped. We got married in Vegas in 2020, right before the pandemic. I did that because he was about to go into the NFL and we knew that he was going to probably end up anywhere. We had no idea where at that point because the draft was 2 months after we got married. But we didn't want to live together before getting married. And also we just like really wanted to get married and figured why not, you know? Juwan and I met actually at a mutual friend's birthday party and I was not a big fan of him whatsoever. He tried really hard the day that we met and it was not giving the energy that I was enjoying. He ended up taking me to a bar after the party. I literally like snuck away and left him because I didn't like him that much. Juwan and I also had a breakup and it was in 2018 and it was not the best. I was actually living in Pennsylvania at the time and I had just graduated. He still had another like half semester for football and I was like staying there waiting for him because we were just like kind of waiting for him to graduate. But when we broke up, I was like, okay, peace. And I moved back to California where my family was because I really didn't think we were ever gonna get back together. Of course, we literally got back together 2 months later and it sucked because we had a literal year of long distance because he ended up doing his 5th year for football in Oregon. But anyway, we actually got married like a month after our long distance ended because he moved to California and then we were like, yeah, let's get married. So it was pretty fast.
There's so much to unpack right there. If you listen to her closely, she said that she did not like the energy that he was giving her. She was not attracted to him. He chased her. This is the main problem with that. That's why she doesn't have any respect for you. She never really liked you. You should have never pursued her, ever. She broke up because she probably thought that she would find a better prospect. As soon as she realized he was getting drafted and going to be part of the NFL, she decided, you know what? I think I'm going to lock this guy down for a fat check so we could spend our money for the rest of your life. Pretty much. I can't get anything else out of it. He just wanted to steal his money. She only got back with you, bro, because you got a nice fat check. She's sitting here counting your checks and counting your money. You were nothing more than a glorified ATM. That's all you are to her. She doesn't care about you. She cares about your money. If you think for 1 second that she would be with you and you didn't have the money and you weren't part of the NFL and she couldn't raise herself to stardom without you, you're out of your mind. If you look right here, check out their social media account. It's them together. She made sure that anybody looking for him would find her. Why didn't she come up with her own independent account? Because no one would care. You're attached to an NFL star, so you want to use his clout. You're a clout chaser and you're a groupie. It is what it is. Period. She has no respect for him. She never will have respect for him. She never had respect for him. And all she wants to do is emasculate him. And I'm going to show you how. Shit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is what's up. She got you out here in dresses, man. She's running that social media account. She's running your life. You a straight chump for being with her, period. Being with a woman like that who doesn't love you, doesn't respect you. And she never did and never will. And this is what you get. You're going to be with somebody who's going to make you miserable until you can't take it anymore. And guess what? When you decide to do that, she's going to get half. And she's going to hustle some other dummy into his half. Think about it. I would love to know what your thoughts are. You go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. Please do like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you for it. And as always, until next time, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.